Hi everybody, this is Wade Nelson, HardcoreOutdoor.com. Today we're talking about the Hanwag Mountain Light GTX boot. Hanwag is a German boot maker, and a good portion of its line is imported and distributed by an outfit in the United States called Lathrop Sons. And you might remember that name from a previous YouTube video that I did on footbeds and insoles. Lathrop Sons makes what I think is the best in class insole. It's called the High Country Synergy footbed. And you might also remember from that video that Lathrop Sons is a medical practice. They're podiatrist and podorthists. They're foot doctors. And that means that they know boots and they know feet and they know how those two things work together. So when they decided to start selling boots, they went out and found what they thought was the best, and this is it. And frankly, I think we're fortunate that they did, because this is really one of my favorite boots out of the 230 pair that I have tested over the last 2 years. The more I like this boot, the better. I mean, it's just a phenomenal boot. It's best in moderate to warm weather. It's not insulated, although it does have a full Gore-Tex bootie to keep the water out and your feet dry. But it's really best, as Lathrop describes, for early elk season or Coues deer hunting, sheep hunting, that sort of thing. Steep, difficult terrain, heavy loads, long distances. That's really the bread and butter of this particular boot. To save some weight, they went with a hybrid material here. This is a nubuck rough out leather around here. This is a ballistic quality synthetic fabric. It's thick. You don't get any impingement from rock or stickers, that sort of thing, like we have here in central Arizona. But it does hold its shape. I've got a lot of miles on these boots, and as you can see, they're still in good shape here. It has a full rand that runs all the way around the boot, and it has a moderate to thick midsole. This is, again, a comfortable boot to walk in. It's not a wooden shoe mountaineering kind of a thing that you really pay a price for wearing all day long. These are comfortable to walk in. They're easy to walk in, even though they've got a full length shank. So you see there's not a lot of flexibility there, but again, that's the design of the boot. That's what you're looking for when you're in that shale and rocks and in the steeps. So one of the other things that I really love about this boot is the Vibram Fiora outsole. It's pretty standard. The lug set here works well on trails and in the rocks and in the bushwhacking. But what surprised me was, actually what stunned me was, is how good this boot is in wet conditions. This boot gives better traction than any other boot that I've ever tested in wet conditions. Wet grass, wet snow, especially smooth river rocks. This boot is fantastic traction. It's gription, as I like to say. One of the other things that I love about this Hanwag line is the ghillie lacing system. It is by far the best lacing system I've ever used. When you pull up on those shoelaces, boot laces, it pulls consistently and evenly all the way through. It's fast and easy, no muss, no fuss. You'll love it. You've got good metal cleats here that are riveted into the side of the boot. And in terms of the interior of the boot, we've got a full padded, fully gusseted tongue that really lays down. When you lace that thing up against your feet, there's no creases or gaps or anything. It really does a beautiful job of swaddling your feet. And again, that goes to the comfort of this boot. This is one of the most comfortable boots that I have and that I've tested. It's all fabric. There are very few seams in there to create hot spots. And of course, I've got the Lathrop Sons High Country Synergy footbed in there. So again, it's a great boot. They're only available through Lathrop Sons. Sizing, US sizes are 8 to 14. And that's about it. Check them out. This is the Hanwag Mountain Light GTX. For more information on these or other great gear, go to www.hardcoreoutdoor.com. Thanks.